We present James Bolam and Rodney Bewes as Terry Collier and Bob Ferris in Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads.
Are you ready, Bob?
Yes, love. You draw the curtains and I'll turn out the lights.
Mind you don't hit your knee on that table.
I keep doing that.
Oh, never mind, Pet. Sit down beside me and I'll rub it better. There. Bob, whatever you're groping for is not down there.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to find the button.
Well, the button you're looking for is on the arm of the sofa.
Oh, thanks. Got it. Okay, sit back. First colour slide coming up.
Oh, that's nice. What is it?
Our plot of land on the building estate before they dug the foundations.
Oh, yes. I recognize the weeds. They're still in the back garden.
Does that affectionate squeeze of the hand you've just given me mean I'm forgiven?
No, it means I'm ready for the next picture.
Ah, the foundations. Boy, it was pelting down that day. It was more like an indoor swimming pool. Where did you get those wellies?
Off the little man in the sight office. You know, the one with the limp. Oh, Bob, the damp course.
And finally, my house.
Oh.
My house. I still can't get used to saying that. Have you seen my house? Why don't you all come round to my house? Why can't we meet at my house? Yes, I'm thinking of selling my house.
Bob, don't be so silly. We haven't moved in yet. And anyway, it's our house.
Yes, of course, Pet. Our house. Chez nous.
Oh, Bob, I can't wait to move in. Bob, are you happy? I mean, really, really happy?
I'm fantastically happy.
Oh. I am too. I know it's silly, but sometimes it worries me being so happy. I keep expecting something to come along and spoil it.
Daft thing. What could possibly do that?
You did that on purpose.
No, did what on purpose? I didn't know there was a picture of Terry Collier in there. I just picked out the slides at random.
Some jokes I can understand, like electrocuting people or putting a piranha in their bath. But to suddenly be confronted with Terry Collier's face, 6 times larger than life and twice as loathsome, that's something I don't find at all funny. So kindly turn that thing off and put the lights on.
Take it easy, Pet. No idea he was in there. It was just a lucky dip.
Unlucky, I'd call it.
Could have been anything. It wasn't my fault that it turned out to be the creature from the Black Lagoon.
I'm sorry, Bob. It was just a shock. He's always been there, you know. A nagging doubt, haunting me.
Love, dearest, it isn't as even he's a friend of mine anymore. He hasn't spoken to me, he hasn't written to me for over 7 years. When he came home 2 Christmases ago, he didn't bother to look me up, even though my mum sent him a racing calendar. If I saw him now, I probably wouldn't even recognize him. We'd become total strangers.
Do you mean that?
Of course I do. Come on. Give us a kiss. There. I know what's wrong with you. You're upset because I'm going to London.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. The firm's sending me on business. It's not one last frantic fling. Here, look, this is on my ticket. Cheap day return, 2nd class. Last of the big spenders.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make a pot of tea and bring you some cheese and biscuits. It was just seeing that.
I know. That awful Terry Collier. Whoops. T. Collier and B. Ferris in action with 2 beautiful redcoats. Wonder what old Terry's doing now.
Did they play you up much?
No, not at all. I've got away with kids. The fella's been as good as gold. There you are.
Ta.
And we've been feeding Linda's rabbit, haven't we? With a whole bar of chocolate.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, come here, Linda. water. It's all over your mouth. And what have you done with your rabbit?
He's just having a kip on the luggage rack.
Oh, then we'd better not disturb him.
Ah, you can tell where she's got her good looks from, though.
Oh, do you think so? She won a prize at Benfic last year.
Bet you've won a few prizes and all. And not that long ago either, eh?
Maybe. Mind you, I think having good bones helps.
Oh, definitely. Saw that straight away. Good bones, well covered. You can't beat that.
Yeah, I see you've got a nice lot of labels on that luggage. Have you been on a cruise?
No, I visited a few trouble spots.
Oh, you're a soldier.
Was, on terminal leave. Finished. Done everything. Seen it all. 7 years.
Oh, a long time. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, apart from this.
Dear. What, your right leg?
Right thigh, Still get the odd twinge, but if I rub it, the pain goes away eventually.
Oh. How exactly did you...
No, I'll never talk about it.
Oh.
I'd like to tell you, but I'm not allowed to.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't...
Oh, no, you weren't to know. It's not often something like this is covered by the Official Secrets Act.
Do you, live in London now?
No, I'm just passing through. Got a few hours to kill before I hobble over to King's Cross to get the train up north.
Well, you're more than welcome to come home with me if you like. I mean, get your feet up for the day if that's what you want.
Oh, well, that'll be nice.
Well, why not? You're like my husband. He was a Marine.
Ah, yes, well, you see... spend a few hours with you.
The 8:20 train for Peterborough, Grantham, Doncaster, York, Darlington, Newcastle upon Tyne, and Edinburgh is now departing from platform 4.
Aye, well, Raquel Welsh missed the train again. Plane was probably lately and landing at Heathrow. Still, at least I've got the carriage to myself. Maybe Julie Christie will get on to Peterborough. Just bring myself up to date with the latest nudes in the Italian film scene. Roman bath night, dear me. Looks as if he's got his nose stuck down the plug hole. Oh, marvellous. Now the flaming lights have gone out.
Excuse me. Any spare seats in here?
Aye, if you can find them. Are the lights out next door, too?
Yeah, I think the whole carriage is blacked out.
Oh, it's marvellous, isn't it? Pitch black outside, pitch black inside. Oh!
Oh, sorry. Was that your foot?
Yeah, don't worry. I've got another.
Just putting me parcels up. Loaded down. Caught the train just as it was pulling out. Oh, seems as if there's quite a lot of empty seats.
That's my knee.
Sorry. All right if I sit opposite?
If you sat at the other end of the compartment, we could both put our feet up.
Oh, I prefer the window. Must be a power cut.
Typical.
Incredible, really. Here we are in the jet age. High-speed gas. Intercity makes the going great.
Typical of this country.
Probably means there's no heat on as well. Any heat your side?
Don't know where the handle is.
Hang on, I'll get it. Jesus! Oh, sorry. Was that your other foot?
No, that was my bad knee. Sit down, will you?
Sorry, mate.
How far are you going? Peterborough?
No, I'm going all the way to Newcastle.
Well, just sit down, will you? I'm going to be black and blue by the time we get there.
Do you live up that way?
Well, my folks do. Haven't been back for ages. Just come out of the army.
Oh, I enjoy it.
Got a lot out of it.
I nearly went in once.
Could have done a lot worse.
Yeah. Actually, there's quite a funny story attached to it. You see, I had this mate. Well, my best mate. Really close, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how long these lights are going to... Anyway, a few years back, I decided to go into services. You know, get away for a bit, see some of the world. So I signed on.
Uh-huh.
Well, when I went away, this mate of mine, he couldn't take it. Just went to pieces. He couldn't function without me. I suppose it's like losing your right arm, you know. So he signs on too. Just to be with me, you see. You won't believe it. You see, it's really funny. When he gets in, and I get discharged flat feet. So I'm free again, and he's lumbered for 3 years. You should have seen the look on his face. I mean, well, I still laugh when I think about it. I mean, it's a sad story in a way, you know, because, well, he's never spoken to me since. But when you're telling the story, like, you know, when you're telling someone else, I mean, you see the funny side of it. I mean, you've got to laugh, haven't you? Well, most people find it quite humorous.
You...
Oh, the light.
Yes, it's me.
Terry,
Oh, you've got to laugh, haven't you? You've got to see the funny side of it. You've got to laugh that your best mate missed the most important years of his life. I can imagine people find it quite humorous. It is a joke. While you were back home enjoying the permissive society, I was sweating away in every godforsaken corner of this globe. Oh, yes, Ferris, you've got to laugh at that.
I'm very sorry, Terry.
Sorry? What does that mean? That's what you said a few minutes ago when you stepped on my foot. I suppose you think that wipes the whole slate clean.
We tried to buy you out. Honestly, Terry, as soon as I got back, I organised a whip round at work. We just couldn't raise enough funds.
What do you mean? What about me going away whip round? There was no shortage of funds for that.
Yes, I know, but that was for your going away. We couldn't seem to raise the same amount of support for you coming back.
I suppose you had to laugh at that as well.
I didn't mean it was funny, ha-ha. I mean, it was, well, ironical, if you like.
Oh, yes, it's ironical. Ironical that when this country goes through a social transformation, I'm not here to see it. It's ironical that when everybody is having the best time they've ever had since the Roaring Twenties, I'm living in a Nissen hut in BAFTA 14. I missed it all. Swinging Britain was just hearsay to me. Something I read about in the overseas edition of the Daily Mail. The death of censorship, the new morality, oh, Calcutta, topless waitresses, see-through knickers.
They never caught on.
What, see-through knickers?
No. Topless waitresses.
Oh, that's a small crumb of comfort. I'd at least have liked to have had the chance to see them not catching on. Permissive society, I missed it all. And what have I come back to? Malcolm Muggeridge, Lord Longford, and the Jesus Revolution.
But you didn't miss much. It wasn't all that hot.
Got to be better than Munchen Gladbach.
You what?
Exactly, Munchen Gladbach.
Where's that?
Munchen Gladbach is the West Hartlepool of West Germany. You get the picture?
Oh, yeah. Look, Terry, what happened, happened. I didn't engineer it. I didn't want it to happen. It wasn't part of a grand plan. It wasn't a conspiracy. It was just kismet, fate. Like Doris Day once said, que sera, sera.
I can't stand Doris Day.
All right, Terry, all right. You don't believe me. Just ask yourself one question. Could I have forged flat feet? Come on, be fair. Ask yourself that. And would I, in all seriousness, want my own 2 feet to be flat?
No, I suppose not.
Not as though you've forgotten. Me and the lads of the factory, we spent 2 months and 50 plain postcards trying to get your request on two-way family favourites.
Well, that's news to me. I never heard it.
Well, don't blame me, mate. Take it up with Michael Aspel.
What was the request?
Doris Day singing Que Sera, Sera.
I can't stand Doris Day.
Well, how was I to know that? Anyway, you look well enough.
Well, I am. Well, apart from this,
Your right leg.
your right thigh.
What's wrong with it?
I never talk about it.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Well, how have you been?
Fine, can't complain.
Ah, good. Glad to hear it.
Oh, I had an appendix out 2 years ago.
Oh, did you?
Come on, let's shake on it. There. No hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
Welcome back, kidder. I've missed you.
I'm glad to be back. Missed you too.
Good. Good lad.
Oh, come on. There's no need for that.
I'm sorry. Always was a bit emotional.
Come on, man.
I'm all right.
I've got a bar on this train. How about unsealing a few cans of Newcastle Brown, eh?
A change, sir?
Yeah. Cheers, kiddo. Cheers. Ah, you can't beat the home brew.
All right, best there is. I saw your mother the other week. She looked very well.
All right.
Not to speak to, like, just through the car window.
What?
The car window.
What car window?
My car window.
You mean to say you got a car?
Well, I haven't just got the window.
Well, you can't drive.
Of course I can drive. I've been driving for ages. My second car, this is.
What happened to the first?
Too small.
Yeah, well, obviously one of the first things I'll do now I'm back is to get a car.
Got a license, then?
Well, not exactly. But the Army one won't count, will it? I mean, driving tanks and things, it's not the same.
Oh, no. You'll probably have to get an ordinary one.
Yeah.
Another,
Oh, cheers.
Same again, please. Now, let's see, how long is it since you've been away? 7 years.
Have I?
Yeah. And you only signed on for 3.
Did I?
Yes. So you must have signed on again.
Well, suppose I did if you put it like that.
So it couldn't have been all that bad. I mean, you wouldn't have stayed in if you hadn't been enjoying it.
Well, yes, I suppose. Looking back, in retrospect, overall, by and large, it was a rewarding experience. Mind you, it did give me a chance to see the world. Oh, some of the places were fantastic.
Like Mönchengladbach.
Oh, that was only part of it, man. I wasn't in Germany all the time. I moved around, seen it all. Places the ordinary bloke would never go to.
Like where?
Like Malta. Now, there's a place. Oh, I can tell you some things
I've
about
been
Malta.
there last year, 2 weeks. I quite liked it. Not much sand, though. Where else were you?
What? Well, I spent a lot of time in Cyprus.
Not Famagusta.
Well, yes.
In those kind of medieval barracks near the port?
Yes, how did you know
We were there. We were in that new luxury hotel just down the road, 7th floor. We were on the 7th floor with a balcony. We looked right down into your quadrangle.
Parade ground.
That's right. I'm surprised they didn't include you in the brochure. On a clear day, you can see Corporal Collier. But it looked a desperate place, that.
Oh, but I was only based there, man. Every weekend I was off all over the place. I once spent a week in Tunis.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you.
It's incredible. I was there this year. Smashing hotel. 2 pools. French cuisine.
I was then posted to the Gobi Desert. How surprising we never ran across each other out there.
No, come on. No, it's a small world, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it, when you think that while I was sitting in my luxury hotels, on my balconies, sipping dry martinis, there you were, just an olive stone's throw away, in some dusty barracks swilling naffy beer.
There's no need to take the mickey. All I'm saying is that I don't regret it. I learned a lot.
Well, I'm glad. Makes me feel a whole lot better. And it's nice to think that you owe it all to my flat feet.
Yeah. Well, here's to your flat feet.
Cheers.
So then, what's all been happening?
Oh, well, it's hard to know where to begin. I told you about my appendix, yes.
Yes.
Well, let me see. I mean, obviously a fantastic amount's happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, the changes are, well...
Well?
Yeah, let me think. We've got BBC Two now, and stereo.
We had that before I left.
Did we? God, how time flies. Let's think. It would take years to tell you everything if you kept in touch.
I know. I meant to, Bob. When I came back that Christmas, I fully intended to come round and make it up. You know, wipe the slate clean. Yeah, then my mum told me I'd got engaged to Thelma Chambers, so, you know.
You never liked Thelma, did you?
Of course I did. That's got nothing to do with it. It was just, well, you know, suddenly realizing that nothing could be ever like it used to be. You can't turn the clock back. Finally got through to me, brought me down to earth. It's nothing to do with Thelma. I admire her. I always have done.
We broke off the engagement day after you went back off leave.
You're kidding.
No, seriously, we did.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry, Bob. In fact, to be perfectly honest, that is a load off my mind. I mean, I can say it now because you are me mate. And if you're going to get married, all right, go ahead, get married, but not to Thelma Chambers. Good God, man, you can do better than that. I never could see what you saw in her. She didn't have some airs about her. What's the matter with you?
For your information, I am marrying Thelma Chambers in 5 weeks' time.
Well, you just said it.
We made it up a fortnight later.
Hell's bells.
Oh, it's all right. Don't bother to apologize. What does I'm sorry mean? You can't turn back the clock. Can't expect to pick things up where you left off. It's obvious that you and I have very little in common now. In fact, when I look back, it amazes me that we ever did.
Where are you going?
Terry, I wish you the very best of luck. Please give my regards to your mother and father.
Oh, now listen, Bob.
Goodbye, Terry.
Finish with these cans?
Oh, hang on. Yeah. I'll give the scotch, will you? Where's this train stop next?
Doncaster. Do you want any ice with that?
No. If I get off there, will I be able to get a train back to London tonight?
Yeah, you might be lucky.
Good. Make that a double.
Drowning our sorrows, are we?
Never go back. I sacrificed the 7 best years of my life for that fella. And now he tells me he's getting married.
Never mind, sailor. Lots of other pebbles on the beach.
You what?
The train now standing at platform 3 is the 22:35 for York, Darlington, Newcastle and Edinburgh.
Terry? Terry? Thank you very much.
What?
You were just going to let me sleep on, I suppose. I suppose that was your childish way of getting your own back.
What the hell are you on about?
Just hold that parcel a minute, will you? Just while I get my coat on. And be careful with it. It's a present for Thelma.
Oh, hell, what is it? Do-it-yourself coffin?
Getting off the train just without saying anything. Just going to let me wake up and find myself in Edinburgh. It's a chiming hall clock with barometer.
Oh.
Don't hold it by the string or it'll break. I mean, I know we've exchanged a few harsh words, but a tap on the window wouldn't have hurt.
I didn't think there was any point in waking you up to tell you that I was getting off at Doncaster.
What?
Doncaster, can't you read the signs? They're plastered all the way down the platform.
Doncaster?
Yeah. You never guess who I'm with.
Who?
Terry Collier.
Oh, I knew it, Bob. I knew that slide was no accident. The moment I saw Terry Collier's face, I knew it was a warning. An act of God, an omen. And now you trapped with him in Doncaster. Bob, is he in the phone box with you?
No, he's in the waiting room. He's decided to go back to London. Don't worry. There'll be another train in an hour, and I'll be on that.
Well, that's up to you, Bob, isn't it? I mean, this is the point of no return. The moment of truth. I hope you realise that, Bob. The next hour could be a landmark in your life.
Oh, I do. I do. Listen up.
Oh, I could strangle that Terry Collier.
Why? Why did you get off the train? I mean, at Doncaster.
I thought it might have been one of the few places Bob Ferris hadn't been to.
No, seriously. Why, Terry?
Oh, it's like you said, Bob, man, you can't turn the clock back.
Oh, no, you said that. You said it first, mate.
Well, whoever, it's true. I mean, let's face it, apart from my mum and dad, there's nothing for me back home. 7 years is a long time. All me mates will have, well, settled down. They'll have children, mortgages, they'll be knee-deep in Green Shield stamps, saving up for a new set of hot glasses. I don't know, kiddo. I envy you in a way. You've got your girl and you've got your second car. Good lad.
I'm sorry, Terry.
Aye, me too.
It's funny. Since we met, we seem to do nothing but apologize to each other.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about it.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, I always thought I should try down south. London, you know, place to be, isn't it?
Well, the permissive society is still going on down there. Much more than up our way.
Oh, well, I might catch the tail end of it.
Okay. I hope it works out, Terry.
Oh, I'll manage. How about you?
Oh, I'll manage. Everything will be fine, don't worry.
You going to tell Thelma about me?
Already told her. I rang her up. She was meeting me at the station, you see.
Oh, aye. What did she say?
She said, this was my moment of truth.
People don't have moments of truth in station waiting rooms.
Well, you see, she feels that, well, for a long time now, the threat of your return has cast a giant shadow over our future happiness.
She's very poetic, isn't she?
She's assistant librarian.
Mind you, I can appreciate her panic. That phone call must have put the wind right up her kilt. She'll be seeing us in a penthouse in Doncaster's Latin Quarter, being seen to by a pair of West Indian go-go girls to the strains of Begin the Begin.
No, she won't. She knows me better than that. Trust. That's a word you probably haven't come across. It's what exists between two people who are going to get married. I mean, it means not having to worry about what the other one's up to, not having to be afraid, not having doubts. Besides, Doncaster hasn't got a Latin Quarter, has it?
Newcastle Central, passengers for Edinburgh and Aberdeen should alight here and proceed to platform 8.
Don't look round, I've got a little surprise for you.
Oh, Bob, thank God. Come out from behind that parcel. Oh!
Hello, Thelma.
Terry? Where's Bob?
He's still in Doncaster.
But what's he doing there?
He's looking for this, here.
What is it?
The little present, he left it behind. I jumped on the train to give it to him, and it pulled out before I could get off again.
But where was Bob?
He was still over on the other platform by the waiting room. Don't worry, I've got all his luggage. Here, you better take his coat.
Oh, but there isn't another train now till the morning. Oh, poor lamb. Stuck all alone in a cold and drafty station. What's he going to do?
Oh, he'll be all right. Night is still young, and Doncaster's Latin Quarter doesn't close till dawn.
You've just been listening to Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads. Rodney Bewes and James Bolam appeared as Bob and Terry, with Bridget Forsyth as Bob's fiancée Thelma, Lois Dane as the lady on the train, and Peter Whitman as the barman. Series created and written by Dick Clement and Ian Frenais. Adapted for radio by Patrick Tilley.